I'm telling all y'all just to know, like when I talk about football, man, I'm seeing this stuff like different ways. I'm seeing it in different levels than the normal fan, right? So what Coach Prime is doing right now, and Syracuse got a chance to jump in on this, but right now it's a crack in the foundation from the big schools. Like Michigan was already kind of falling off. They kind of got their win back, but then they got hit with the cheating and all this kind of stuff. So now they kind of they're falling off a mountain again, right? Ohio State has been like the Alabama of the North, but since they haven't been able to win the title in the last few years, they're not sure about their coach, whatever. They spending all this money, they still can't win the big game. Like it's cracks in the foundation. Alabama with Nick Saban walking away, and like I told y'all, that was going to happen because I knew about the paper bag money, and I knew he couldn't just have all these 5-stars on his roster no more. So he don't have an advantage. Everybody's swearing he's the best coach in the world, but when you don't have the advantage, it's hard to beat all these schools like you've been beating everybody when you have 3, 4, 5 running backs that's going to the league on your bench. You hear what I'm saying? Well, so
yeah, I'm listening, Tiger.
So Florida State, they going through that same thing right now. Florida State had kind of got their win back last year, but now they don't went back into the cellar again, right back into the cellar. Like I heard some Florida State
fans. No lie.
Yeah, they was talking about it yesterday. So guess what's about to happen? All these kids that was thinking about going to Florida State, now Colorado got a chance to grab these boys.
I see that they got a quarterback that just decommitted.
Yeah, now
I want to say today, but I'm not sure. It definitely this week he decommitted.
Yeah, now
for sure this week. That
wasn't really smart to me because honestly, that's what Florida State needs. They need they need a quarterback. That's why they can't get no wide receivers right now. I can't find what Florida State stuff. But that's what they really need. Man, there's a lot of stuff going on, man. Let me try to get these pictures out. They're real small. All right, so Florida State, they have not signed not one wide receiver all off season. Like nobody has. Yeah. Now think about it. It's a bunch of wide receivers out here, especially you in the state of Florida. You got wide receivers everywhere in the state of Florida. They haven't signed one big boy or even a small guy. So I remember Promo was saying, man, we signed too many cornerbacks and wide receivers. Like that was a good thing for us. That showed you that some guys believe in the program. With Florida State, not even believing in the program right now. So that ship is sinking. Now, this is one thing that we really do have to worry about. When I was saying we onto my Colorado fans. If it's one school, because like Florida State atmosphere, I don't know if y'all did this, but if y'all play online and play the game or whatever, and you play against Florida State at home, it's so hard to win in Florida in Doak Campbell.
Bro, it's so hard to win there. So hard, Tiger.
Yeah. And they just added on to the stadium. So, like, Coach Prime went to school there. Like, this is the only school I'm worried about that could really probably steal Coach Prime away. Now, I'm just keeping a buck with y'all. It's the only school. I think he's going to stay in Boulder. I think the best thing for him is to stay in Boulder because if we stay in Boulder, he don't really got to never worry about getting fired.
Tiger, I think that ship long sailed though, Tiger. But I'm gonna let you finish up and then I'm gonna piggyback on it.
Now I feel that too, because Prime a lot of times he don't like looking back, even with players. He don't really like looking back. But at the same time, the bag that they might be able to offer him, like man, he in the capital of Florida.
The bag is in Boulder now, though, man. Like the bag is there, so it's like Colorado is at a point now where they can almost compete with the Florida States as far as is the money go with these contracts now.
See, I'm with you with that. But at the same time, this is since Dion been there. How much money Coach Prime helped bring into that program? Think about it. If Florida State, they already got more money than Colorado right now, but with Coach Prime being there, now the bag changes even more. And now it's the data is behind, like with JSU, what he did there, what he's doing right here in Colorado, and like another thing that's going to start to be a factor too. A lot of these conferences, these commissioners, I think they're gonna kind of get behind some of these schools to try to get Coach Prime away from Colorado because every conference Coach Prime has went to, they become relevant. Every
That's
conference.
a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah. So we got to look into this. Like, I mean, hopefully Coach Prime he's comfortable. He's gonna stay.
Now, Tiger, just to piggyback on that Florida State issue that you was talking about, because I don't know if the people in here have heard. I know some of them have, but I don't know if everybody heard about it. But Mike Norvell has just fired his offensive coordinator, his defensive coordinator, and I believe his wide receivers coach. I believe all of those guys got fired. He cleaned house.
Yes, sir. So now when he's trying to recruit, the recruit don't even know who's gonna be his coach once he get there.
Exactly.
We went through that same thing with Colorado this summer. We were waiting to get our defensive coordinator, and we were waiting to get our offensive coordinator. And people was just like, okay, who we have an offensive line coach. All this stuff was going on, like tight end coach. So it was a lot of stuff was up in the air, and defense line, like all that stuff was like we got new coaches everywhere. So it's hard to land a lot of big time players. This year is gonna be Colorado's best recruiting off season. Like we're finna really see what kind of power Coach
Yeah,
Prime.
I've been saying that though, Tiger. I've been saying I think once Shador, Travis, Shallow, and these boys leave, Prime best days are ahead of him. Yeah, I think his best days are ahead of him. But you got Warren in the back though, Tiger.
Oh, my bad. I got one I had today. What's going on, Warren? What's going on? What's up, Chef?
Chef,
What it
roll,
do? What it
roll.
do? Can
I
y'all hear
knew
Big
me?
he was. I
Tiger.
knew Tiger. I
Yeah.
knew he was gonna get up here. I knew it.
Oh
Go
yeah,
ahead,
yeah.
Salute.
Jerome. Go ahead, Jerome. I'm ready.
What- What's going on, man?
Hey,
Got nothing
Everybody in the
for you,
chat,
my
one
brother. I
love.
just want to say what it do, man.
hey,
Yes, sir.
hey, let
What
me
it
say,
don't what
we
it
gonna get
don't
to the
do,
Miami
Rome.
stuff.
That's the question.
Oh no, we gonna get to the Miami stuff. Let me say this real quick, y'all. I don't know if y'all know about the big man. It's another big lineman. He's currently attending IMG right now. That's the same
Mm-hmm.
school that Jordan Seek went to. He's a big fella. He's one of the best interior. So when you talk about offensive line, it's three phases. You got your center, you got your guards, and then you got your tackles. So they call the interior, I think, your guards and maybe the center, but I know it's the guards. It's not. They're not referring to the outside guys, the tackles, right?
Right.
So when it comes to interior guys, he's the number one guy. Now, the number one offense lineman overall supposed to be the guy Sanders out of, I think he's out
David
of,
Sanders. His name David Sanders.
yeah,
He committed to Clemson.
yeah. I think he had a North Carolina or South Carolina. He in that area right there. So that makes sense. He want to stay home, blah, blah, blah. But I think he really messed up the bag. Like if he'd have came to Colorado and I think he'd have been the next guy to be like Coach Sanders' son because he got the same last name, Sanders. You know, they're just, oh, you got another Sanders on the roster now. We thought we weren't gonna have no more. Now you got another. Him and Jordan Seaton booking and tackles, that'd be crazy. But hey, he made his decision. It is what it is. But I feel like
I
go ahead.
think with them plugging in Corday Smith over there, man, and if they get this guy you got on the screen, good God Almighty, man, like
Yeah,
they are locked in for years to come, man.
yeah.
Hey, I
Crazy.
got a question for y'all about the O line, real quick. Go ahead, Tiger. Was you done? I just want to say something about the O
No,
line in general.
go ahead, jump in.
So yeah, I've been following college football for a long time, man. And I could be mistaken, but I've never heard of a team to where like, unless you're a diehard fan, even the diehard fans like know every O lineman, on the team. And I
Exactly.
think with what Prime them doing, they already got Seaton, they got Cash Cleveland. You look at these guys, they can play and they got personalities. You know, it's name, image, and likeness. So people like them. And if we keep adding people to the line that have that same style, they can ball, they dogs, and they got personalities, it's finna change the game for offensive linemen, man.
Yes,
Like
sir.
the
Talk that
world gonna
gas,
know this
baby.
whole O-line, bro. And
And
it's
another
gonna be
thing,
like the first ever.
that happened this year, I don't know if y'all noticed, they starting to play multiple offensive linemen. So now you're not gonna have. I mean, Jordan might have his spot since he was the first one to commit, but like the rest of these guys might come in and they might work in. They might play 40% of the game, 20% of the game. Like what you specialize. If you a run blocker, they probably gonna have you in when it's heavy run. If you a pass blocker, they probably gonna have you in when they know they're gonna like right before the halftime when they're trying to drive the ball down. They're gonna put the pass blocker guys in. So it's going to depend on what you're great at is when they're going to play you during the game. And I think now you can still bring in the big fellas so they feel like they don't have to sit for 2-3 years before they get to play. They get to get some playing time throughout their whole 4 years. That'll make more guys come in.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, I see
That's a
Yes,
that
fact.
sir.
too. I
But
see that
Tiger,
too.
now
Yep.
let me ask you this though, Tiger. All right, so you got this guy on the screen. He's the number one interior lineman, but Prime has brought in interior offensive linemen, and I'm pretty sure they can play on the edges as well. What are those guys' future looking like ahead? And Peyton Kirkland and I forgot the other guy's name, Flapjack.
Well,
What are
those
their futures
guys
looking like?
they were like 4 stars or 5. I think they were like 4 stars coming out of high school. So the thing with them is they already didn't crack a starting lineup at their first school. So now you at another school and you didn't. So this your second year and you didn't crack the starting lineup. So they developmental players. Like they talented, but they still got a lot to work on. So if they get their stuff together and really take it serious with the coach that they have, they probably can develop and become a great player. But if they play around, these superstars coming in up under them gonna give them all they want at practice, and they might end up being a great practice player. But you still might get a look because you at Colorado because you got so many scouts there.
Okay, got you.
That sounds factual. Yeah, I can roll with that.
Yeah, I can
What
roll
I
with it
can't
too.
roll with, what I can't roll with, the possibility of Florida State stealing Prime. They're not gonna give Prime everything that Colorado's giving Prime. Prime could be the mayor right now in Boulder. That's just how much they open up their door.
Hey, that's what
You
he
know.
doing after he done coaching. You just sparked so after he done coaching
they
the Boulder,
they gonna
he
have
running
his
for mayor.
they gonna have his head sculpture into the Flatiron Mountains, bro, behind the field. Once he get done, you gonna see his head. You gonna be able to look at his face.
Well, now I hope that happens, but I'm gonna tell you something because it's good for college football because it gives a power in the West, like the Midwest, kind of like it was hard to get a powerful team come out of that mountain like area. So this gives that mountain region a powerful team that helps out. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. What I heard: desperate times results in desperate measures. So when Florida State realized they the bottom of the barrel and they see how much money they losing, oh, they gonna start figuring out a way to try to bring up a bag. Trust me, they gonna try to figure.
It gotta be more than the
Tiger, so
bag,
you
though.
Tiger,
It's
so
gotta
you
be
wouldn't
more than
say
the bag.
Yeah,
you wouldn't say Utah was dominating the mountain fashion, the mountain area.
Utah been decent.
I mean they were
Man,
deep.
he talking about a USC type like West Coast like team that everybody know. Nobody don't know who the hell Utah was.
Yeah, like
Man,
when
you
you
gone crazy if
Oregon,
you don't think
Oregon.
nobody
Utah
knew
been
who
a
Utah was.
respected program though.
Yes,
okay,
they are.
let's say
Yeah,
this
but
right here.
they're not a USC during the Leinart Reggie Bush era, like where everybody know. And that's what Colorado finna be. Utah, decent team, but nobody ain't talking about no Utah, dog.
Yeah, like
Not now, Jerome, but they was back in the day.
When? With who?
we were still in their
Bro,
era, right? Just one.
This is the Utah era. This is as loud
Yeah,
as it's been in these
they
past
had
couple years.
Urban Meyer there.
Colorado had a little era.
They had Urban Meyer there, bro. He was dominating.
but
At Utah,
after Urban Meyer, this new coach, his last like 5 years, they done had a nice run where they done won like 3 out of the 4 Pac-12 championships. So they was in it right now with this quarterback they got currently on the team. They have won Pac-12 championships. They supposed to be next up. But now Colorado came and bumped them out.
Yeah, but I get what Jerome's saying. They not like they wasn't never a household name. Like I get where he's going at with it.
Yo, like they could even keep their best players in state.
Yes, a lot of really good teams that, they got 10, 11 win seasons every year, but like they're not like you said, a household name. Nobody don't really know them. Nobody ain't really checking for them. So that's what I mean in regards to like, Utah's, they've had a solid program for some years.
But they can't go recruit 5 stars. They can recruit.
That's a fact.
4
That's
stars
a fact.
and find some gems here and there, but they can't just pull up to a 5-star house and be like, look, you know the drill. Come on, let's go. They can't do that.
They said the Sanders kid only want to play left tackle, so he said Colorado never had a shot. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I seen in the comments.
Oh,
that's crazy though.
Because Jordan Seaton played left tackle.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't move Jordan Seaton under no circumstances.
But that makes sense though, because if you want to be the number 1 pick for a left tackle, or like the number 1 off the board as offensive lineman, you want to play your position the whole time. So that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, T said Utah used the ball out. Yeah, they always had a squad. I can't name no top players that went there though.
What's to do with
I can.
One guy, the
quarterback. Star loader lately or something like that. But he was a beast. He got drafted in the top 10.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I just know Alex Smith. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Alex Smith. I forgot about him.
Yeah. But hey, y'all got to bear with me, man. This my screen kind of.
He said Zach Moss, Alex Smith. Come on, man. We talking about them C players, dog. You ain't named the A player yet.